Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today I'm going to be checking in with the universe, your higher self, spirit guides, and seeing what new blessings are coming in, what surprises are coming into your life, and any changes that you might be making or manifesting into this time of the year, or depending on when you're watching, into the new year if you're watching this later or you're watching when I upload it. But as this is a timeless and general reading, when it finds you is most likely when you align with it. And also, just only take what resonates, because I'm just going to say, as soon as I sat down, a lot of information came through. So it's not going to be for everyone, but I welcome you here and thank you for joining me today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And anything you can do to help this channel out is very valuable. I will also be linking any music I get downloaded in the description below, as I do find a lot music helps with healing, but for this particular reading, it's actually going to put you in alignment, or at least help you manifest this, whatever's coming in a little bit more. So I got a lot of information, and I will first off start with some changes you are either making or manifestations that are coming in. Right now, it feels like the timing for these coming in, depending on when you're watching this, is the next week. Over the next week, you're going to be seeing some synchronicities or signs, or perhaps this is coming in for you next week, also into next year. And I'm hearing, for most of you, you are aware of this manifestation coming in. You already know it's coming in. You're setting things in motion. You might even be channeling this information. It's like, as I am, as we speak, you might just be aware of it and seeing a lot of signs. So I just want to reconfirm that. For most of you, if you don't already feel it, or you don't see signs of it coming in, you will see it soon, or at least when you're ready for it. So right now, one of the things that I was told is some of you are actually manifesting an animal. And as I'm saying that, a dog is barking in the background. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so some of you, that's confirmation. Some of you either have an animal or are manifesting one from either a shelter or adopting one, because I got an image of a dog. It was white. It was like a white German Shepherd specifically, with a blue or green collar and a daisy. So some of you might be getting a German Shepherd named Daisy, or wanting to. That might be confirmation. I also heard the phrase prairie dog. So some of you might be either interested in prairie dog, or I'm hearing doing missionary work where you're working in an animal sanctuary, or you just like to work closely with animals. If that's the case, your spirit guide is saying all the more power to you. You might be applying to get a position in a veterinary office, or working with animals or dogs, or even, maybe even getting a license, or taking some, I'm hearing foster animals, specifically dogs. So if that's the case and you've been setting this in motion, like, that is a very big blessing coming through. That's maybe even a surprise for some of you. You might even not even be aware that this is coming in, but for most of you, I feel like you do want this. So that's confirmation. I'm also hearing, if you have finally let go of a previous relationship, or an ex, you've kind of rid them from your energy, or if you've just gone out of a really bad breakup, it feels like a lot of you are ready to let love in. So I'm actually seeing that there's love on its way in. And two songs that either confirm that or put you in alignment with that frequency are, I believe the song is called, it'll be in the description below, but it's basically Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore by REO Speedwagon. And the line from that song that came up was, "You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night." So it feels like there's a lot of illumination, and I just got chills. there's a lot of illumination, there's a lot of brightness, there's a lot of warmth and sincerity. Because one of your spirit guides literally said you haven't been in love since the pandemic, and some of your relationships were kind of really not good pre and post pandemic. It felt like you were kind of going through a lot, and for some of you, you might have been receiving mixed messages about love. And I think if you haven't already let go of an old timeline, you are letting go of it. And for those of you who have already, you are well on your way to meeting someone new. Because the other song that came up in that vein, which was very like empowering and like optimistic, was you again, you make me feel, you make me feel. So you're gonna catch feelings, and the song is by Janelle Monáe, and it's basically, yeah, that's the way you make me feel. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of feelings. Yeah, okay, because another song about feelings. Don't be afraid to catch feels. So I'm so happy for you. So if that's what you've been looking for, you've let go of something, and you're ready to let someone new in. This, if you haven't already done that, or in the, I'm hearing precipice of doing that, or you made a promise to yourself to do that, a song in association with letting go is I got was Fireflies by Sky Hill. Basically, the line that came up was just like fireflies briefly held, meant to be let go. Yeah, so there was this sense of, yeah, I'm hearing the word longevity. You want something that is long term, and you might have gone through something that was very brief and just lasted a summer. Like, yeah, but you are ready. You've done the grieving, you let go, and you're ready for something that's long term. You're ready for a stable relationship. So that's a very big surprise, I feel, is coming in for you, because you know in some way you're ready and you let go. But that's definitely a manifestation that is coming to fruition. Even if it's not in the next week or so, you are going to be transforming. And I'm hearing, I heard mutate your energy, but I guess a transmutation is a form of mutation, but that's an interesting way to put it. Okay, and then I heard Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so some of you might be fans of that show, or like that stuff, and you're just tapping into a more youthful energy and timeline. Some of you are just very much shifting timelines. As it's not very specific what's coming through, but you understand yourself and your situation more. So those right off the bat, before I even get into the cards, that's the major things that are coming up for you. So let me get more information. Yeah, there's going to be more time for rest in the next coming weeks to coming months, reflecting and changing on how far you've been. Yeah, I think some of you might have had to let go of a lot of difficult situations, people, places, things, your ego. Even like going through ego transformations is not an easy thing. Letting go of a part of yourself you didn't like and transforming and moving on, that's not an easy thing. And it's safe to move forward, even if you feel yourself having a hard time letting go of old habits. Things don't happen overnight. It's more like uh, I'm hearing trickle effect. Like slowly over time, you let go of old patterns and incorporate new ones till all those old patterns just fall away naturally. But it's a gradient. It's not going to happen. Slow and steady is the most efficient transformation method. And it's just basically making more choices that align with the best version of yourself that you want to be than choices that a past version of yourself would have made. It's just about choosing more in one direction than the other, not necessarily forcing yourself to quit cold turkey, because that usually doesn't go well. That doesn't actually happen. You have to peter off an old cycle. And right now, there's a lot of rejuvenation and change. Some of you might even be getting a ticket to a day spa. I just heard for some of you, you might be gifted a ticket to a day spa or given like a surprise like pass to go on a retreat or a spa or for yoga. Some of you might be gifted even either at work or I believe if you're watching this at time recording, Mother's Day is coming up. It feels like you're going to be given or bestowed a chance to sit down, unwind, and be able to pamper yourself. That is, for some of you, a surprise that's coming up that you don't expect, that is going to put you in alignment with any manifestations you've been making, any changes, and just maybe even you've been going through a lot recently, and the universe is giving you a way to rest and transmute your energy just by being, because like when we ascend or align to a certain frequency, it takes the rest of us, our mind, body, and soul, time to kind of set in. It's like the plateau effect. But in order to fully integrate that into your being, there is a time of rest that's required, because think of all the work you had to go through to get to that point. To be able to do the inner work, to align with your manifestation, you need that time of rest and settling into that frequency. So you're doing great. You got this. Let's see what other surprises, good news. Yeah, the wand is in your hand. I don't know why. This is random. Some of you might understand what this means, but there was a cartoon, or what is it, movie, animated movie by John Bluth called The Pebble and the Penguin. Some of you actually, I'm hearing animal rescue. Yeah, I think some of you do work in an animal sanctuary, because I just saw an image of like I believe it's a rock hopper penguin. I don't think it's an emperor penguin. There was a specific penguin that had like the long, like yellow, like almost whiskers. I think it's a rock. There was a specific character in that movie, and I'm hearing some of you might align with that, but and his character might have even been called Rocky, for all I know. There is this sense of like rejuvenation for your soul with your inner child, going back to the basics, what you knew, what you loved. And the pebble and the penguin is kind of, if you loved that growing up, like maybe revisit that, rewatch that, or just, you know, you gained some meaning from it. But basically it's like finding love, like finding love. Yeah. You might have even felt like you had to compete with someone in the past, but you don't have to. Yeah, so this does have, this is weird. So this does have to do with love or love and connection, because I just got the song Faithfully from Journey. I'm forever yours faithfully. Yeah, there's this sense that you're getting to get to a place where you are able to be in alignment with your inner child, which then puts you in alignment with whatever soul your heart is dragging you towards. So if this is like you looking for a soulmate, a romantic connection, a partnership, maybe a friendship, or you know, in the community, if you're looking for the one or the job you want, it's the sense of finding your community through embodying your inner child alone. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's your destiny, which basically boils down to this is what your soul wants to do and your heart desires. And it's just about embodying that inner child right now, finding that flame in your heart, because there is something approaching you the more you tap into that. And it might actually be a romantic connection. And they spark that in you. They give you a sense of joy. And that might be something. Yeah, I think. Okay, I heard the phrase shocking news. I've been asking this since February. So if that's the case, all the more power to you. But like, there's no shame. It takes as long as it takes to align with this. And I just want to say good news, because this is happening. And if you want someone by your side right now and they're not there with you, choose to embody the things that make you feel more childlike, and like embrace that childlike innocence. Some of you might have even liked reading the Wizard of Oz books, like the ones with the gold books, if you know what I mean. If you read those growing up, like just do things that put you in that mindset of innocence and youth, and never. Okay, this is coming out for some of you from your spirit guides or higher self. Never make your healing journey or your manifestation about the manifestation itself. So if you're manifesting a partner, don't make it about them. Don't be oh my goodness, how do I say this? Because I hope, okay, someone's spirit guide is kind of, or angel is frustrated with you. Okay, well, take this with a grain of salt. Don't take it personally, but they're wanting you to achieve a level of mastery and self-sufficiency with yourself and letting go of some sort of need for a partnership, some sort of need for outside validation. The more you focus on yourself, the more you focus on your healing, the less likely you will be so desperate to have someone come in. And the good news for you is that a lot of you have been well on your way on this. And if you haven't been, the best way to have this manifest in is to just embody what you love most for your own sake, not for the sake of the manifestation, for the sake of you being in the right mind, the right headspace, the right environment, because it's about embodiment. That's kind of the tricky thing of manifestation. Like you can still dream about it, you can still try to pursue this, but at the end of the day, what you want will want you, but you have to want yourself more, want your happiness more, and to reevaluate your needs, reevaluate what you want, because there's someone at the other end of this, and they have that same whimsical, childlike mindset. But if you don't embody that first and love that side of you and nurture that side of you, you might be annoyed by that side in another person. So that is something that came through for some of you. Some of you already know this and are aware of this. Some of you, this is just reconfirming what you already know. And yes, it takes time. There's no shame and there's nothing wrong in doing these readings. If you're looking for love, absolutely. If you feel called to do them and watch them, I encourage you to. But just know, like, it can take years to manifest something you want, not even specifically a person, because anything takes time. Anything of value is going to take effort on your part to align with that frequency and live as if you already have it. So okay, I'm getting a lot of, I don't know where this came from, but someone's higher self or inner voice said, okay, I'm adding you to my death note. And I'm like, whoa, okay, sorry about that. Then this reading might not be for you as far as that message goes. I don't take it personally. I get it. I'm not. I'm trying to be very gentle with what's coming through, but the spirit guides around me are like, you gotta say it, and I'm like, I gotta say it. I love you guys. I'm sending all my love to you, because let me just say, I know what it's like to want something so badly, to try to force something desperately. Like I wanted a group of friends who were in alignment with me, but I was not the best version of myself when I was manifesting a group of friends. And this has happened many times before. And I met a group of people, but they were not good for me. So I know what it's like to be extremely frustrated by my own tarot readings, being like, what do you mean? What do you mean they're coming in? What do you mean I'm going to meet new people? And technically I did. They were not good for me because I was still in the mindset of, I need this. And it's like, no, you want it, and it's okay to want it. But what do you need more? You need to be yourself more. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to be calm and just know transmuting energy is not easy. So I just want to say I'm here for you, and my love goes out to you. And if this is hard to hear, like, I know, I get it. And I just want to just thank you for bearing with me, because, you know, that's not an easy thing to hear. It is frustrating. It took me like 3.5 years to get to the point where I could understand manifestation, because it is something you must learn. It is a muscle you must flex. So if you've been going on this journey and looking for love, and sometimes love in the wrong places, that's not necessarily your fault, and it's not on you, because you may just not have learned the skills you needed to get to a point where you're like, okay, I surrender my manifestation. Even if you've been asking for a few months ago or a year ago, let me just say, over the last 5 years, I've been searching for a similar thing. It wasn't until like recently, like in December, where I was like, you know what? I don't need it that desperately. And I let go of that part of me, but it took so long to adjust that part of my shadow. And like, I'm not going to say the type of relationship I was looking for, but it was a combination of a lot of different things I wanted. And it's not easy to have the right attitude, especially if you're going through pain. So I just want to say my heart goes out to you, and just give yourself a lot of grace. And it does take time, and it's not your fault. Just know that. And you might be hearing more of this again. And it just means that there's still some work to do, and that's okay. You are worth the time and energy it takes to align with what's best for you. Because what you're getting after all is said and done within the near future or over the next year, remember, transitions, manifestations work on a gradient. Alignment with the higher self works on a timeline, on a gradient. You are getting a lot of good heart healing, abundance, and news coming in continually as you grow, as you ascend, as you align with whatever it is you want in your life. And most of you, you are growing past like this ego wound. And I just want to say, I'm here for you along your journey, and I'm so proud of you. If you're still listening to me, I just want to say thank you so much. Um, like, just continue doing what you're doing and know that it's enough. And even if you don't feel like you're progressing as much as you wish you were, or you thought you did, just take your time. It's going to come in. You just need to be patient, and you are worthy of all the love in the universe. And let me just say, it is coming for you the more you focus on yourself. So that's what I have for you today, dear viewers. Thank you once again for watching, and I look forward to reading for you in another video.